I search here Bellwood 3-4 times a week, and I just had a feeling he was here.
Today was bittersweet.
But also sad, this is just was wrong.
Dozens of volunteers who searched for Kaden Young came to pay their respects after seeing a message on social media, one that some feared but knew could be coming. Kaden's mother wrote this morning, "We're wanting to thank everyone that has helped in the effort to bring our son Kaden home. It has been a long, extremely draining 2 months of searching and now has finally come to an end," adding, "Funeral arrangements are being finalized and I will post the details this coming week."
Today I came out because I wanted to have closure for myself.
Wellington OPP were called to the shores of the Grand River here in Bellwood after reports that a fisherman found the remains of a young person. It's about 10 kilometers away from where Kaden Young was swept away by floodwaters.
Can't confirm that. We're erring the side of caution because of the incident in Humboldt, Saskatchewan. There was a misidentification. The Ontario Coroner's Office is taking this very seriously. We want to be absolutely sure before they identify anybody.
OPP did confirm that the body was found here yesterday afternoon, while they won't say if it is Kaden Young. It was earlier in February when Kaden Young and his mother were traveling along Mill Street. Now, Mill Street was closed because of flooding, but they were only minutes away from their home. Kaden's mother lost control, and that's when they were swept into the Grand River. Sherry Ellis was one of 100 volunteers that spent 2 grueling months searching for the missing 3-year-old. Ellis drove from Guelph every day to help.
It felt good that so many people from everywhere came to look for Kaden. It was a great feeling. Also, it was sad because we were looking for a little boy that presumably drowned.
It's a tragic event. It's been tough on our officers. We've had crisis counselors in talking to our officers. It's not been easy. And it's not been easy on searchers because every time they found something, they get emotionally upset. This is a quiet, close-knit community, brought together by tragedy and hoping this will be the final chapter to this sad story.
He can rest now. He can rest, and his family will have some closure too.
OPP say they're hoping they will be able to confirm the identity of the young boy on Monday near Orangeville, Brandon Row, City News.
So Kaden has been found, and the story's outcome, happened the way we expected. And once I heard this, I stopped looking for updates. Unfortunately, one of my viewers didn't want to wait to find out what happened, so he went ahead and searched the story to see what happened. And he told me something that I was completely unaware of. And it turns out there's more to this story.
Months after the search for Kaden Young began, his mother has now been charged in connection with his death.
This is a result of a very long investigation. We've been thorough on it. We've consulted with the Crown Attorney. The Crown Attorney has directed us to lay these specific charges.
35-year-old Michelle Hansen has been charged with impaired driving causing death, dangerous driving causing death, and criminal negligence causing death. Police say Hansen was driving her van in Amaranth Township when she went past a road closure sign. The river was raging and the area saw substantial flooding. Her van went into the water. Police say Kaden was pulled away by the strong current. Kaden Young's body was found near the Bellwood Bridge, just 10 to 15 kilometers away from where he was swept into the Grand River. That discovery was made by a 19-year-old fisherman.
We had the dive team in here, we had a helicopter, we had GPS, we had side sonar, everything, and we simply couldn't locate the body at that time. And then, of course, our experts are saying, well, if it warms up, there's a good chance that he will come to the surface, and that's what he did.
Back in April, Hansen spoke to Global News, thanking the community for the outpouring of support.
The people have really been incredible, very supportive.
On Thursday evening, no answer at her home. This man lives next door and remembers well the little boy he'd often see outside. News of the allegations against his neighbor are shocking.
You feel badly for her and the youngest child. What can you do now at this stage? You can't do anything.
Michelle Hansen has since been released on a promise to appear. She's due in court on November 6th. Shalima Maharaj, Global News.
What do you think of when you hear impaired driving? You think alcohol, right? Unfortunately, it goes a little beyond that. So Michelle Hansen tested positive for at least 3 drugs and alcohol on the night the van she was driving went into the Grand River near Orangeville, Ontario, and her toddler son was swept away, according to documents filed in family court. Hansen allegedly had Percocet, Oxycontin, cocaine, and alcohol in her system on the night of February 11, 2018, when her son Kaden Young, 3, drowned, and the court documents say. So, everybody's going to have their opinion on this. I'm quite upset, angry myself. This lady made a lot of bad choices and ultimately paid the ultimate price, the loss of her son. Having said that, I don't care what a person does, they don't deserve to lose their son. This is something, the blame is completely on her, and she's going to have to live with that the rest of her life. It's a shame. So today's going to be my first full trip through the trail, both sides, doing the far trail across the dike and the close trail that goes through the park. I can see on the map where it starts and ends. There's a little bit of confusion as to where it actually goes. I'll figure that out when I get there. But there's one thing that I've been wanting to mention. If you hear this weird noise in the background of my voiceovers, like this sound here, that is actually my scanner. I try to remember to turn off the volume, or turn down the volume, or whatever, mute the volume, I guess I'm trying to say, when I'm doing a voice recording, but I tend to forget to turn it back on. So as long as I'm talking, you don't really hear it, but when I go silent for a second, it kind of comes up and you can hear it in the background. So my scanner is now being recorded by my computer, so it's always on, and computer's always listening. So as soon as I hear a call come in, I just have to open the program and hit record. It's all ready to go. So that's what you're hearing, because it's actually coming through the speakers, and the phone's picking up the sound from the speakers. So if you've been wondering what that noise is, that's what it is. And 2 or 3 videos ago, I was doing a voiceover, and you hear this weird scuffing sound. The phone was plugged in into the charger port, and the cord that I'm using is a 10-foot cord, and it's braided, so as I'm moving the phone, it's scraping on my chair, and apparently the phone picked that up really badly. So that's the other noise that you hear. Thinking there may have been a third sound. Maybe I'll bring that up again. I can't think of anything. I think there was 3 different things I was going to explain about the noises that you're hearing. But anyways, here's my first full trail tour. So this is the result of our ice storm. All those ice pellets, the freezing rain, and massive downpours we had afterward. The river is now up again. So this area that I'm looking at for heading down to the river, sit in a nice little peaceful spot. Apparently I'm going to have to wait even longer now for it to dry out. Find out if I can even get out there, because it's flooded again. So, it's what Mother Nature does, right? coming through here, and all of a sudden I feel like I'm in somebody's backyard. I think I am, I'm not really sure, but I can see the trail on the other side, so apparently I'm supposed to be here. I have seen this person in his yard cutting the grass and doing just general yard work and that, and he's waved to me and that, so obviously he doesn't have a problem with it. But it's kind of weird because the trail does come through here, and it just really feels like I'm in somebody's backyard. So this is now officially the strangest trail I've ever been on. Across the bridge and follow alongside the trail. It goes down and kind of goes along a bit of a dirt road that runs between a couple businesses. Then you're on the dike, and then you have to take the streets to the other side of the river. And you're back into the trail, you end up in somebody's backyard, and back in the trail, and now I am in the trailer park. According to the map, this is where it is, but I was actually expecting to see a trail through here, but no, I just kind of go wherever. And then once I come out of the trailer park, I'm back into the trail that goes through the park. So, very strange indeed.
I guess
So I end this video with another fire department call. I love listening to the fire department on the scanner and include these videos because I know there are other people that like listening to them too. This one's kind of interesting. It starts, it's an odor of gas coming from a basement. Fairly routine, but it takes a bit of a twist. And the police are requested. So, thanks for watching this video.
Attention, North Huron Wingham, please respond 294 Shooter Street, 294 Shooter Street for the odor of gas from the basement of that residence. Homeowner advising there's a hot water heater in the basement that is gas. They are evacuating the residence. 294 Shooter Street. The time of the final page is April the 24th at 1818. North Huron Car 2, go ahead. After that, I copy Car 2 that you've acknowledged the page.
Fire dispatch, North Huron Engine 1.
North Huron Engine 1, go ahead.
You can show Engine 1 responding, 294 Shooter Street, Bravo plus 5 Belton.
Roger that, I copy. Engine 1, you're responding, Bravo plus 5 belted.
Dispatch, could you give me cross streets on that, please?
That's 10-4. Closest crossroad for 294 Shooter as John Street East and Patrick Street East. John Street East and Patrick Street East. Looks like it's right at Patrick Street East on our map.
Yeah, roger that, dispatch. You can show Engine 1 on scene. Bravo will be command. Command will be mobile.
Roger, Bravo command, command mobile. 1823.
Fire dispatch, squad 5 on scene. There was Charlie plus 3 belted.
Roger, squad 5 on scene. Charlie plus 3 belted. 1823.
Fire dispatch, North Huron command.
North Huron command, go ahead.
Yeah, talking with the occupants of the home, we have more of a gasoline smell than we do natural gas smell. I have a crew on air entering the building to do an investigation. Car 3 is also inquiring with the neighbors at this point.
Roger that, I copy. Occupants, it's gasoline as opposed to natural gas. Crew on air entering building, and car 3 is speaking with neighbors.
Go ahead, enter 1 command. Yeah, roger that, enter team. Are you getting any readings on your gas meter? Fire dispatch, North Huron car 3.
North Huron car 3, go ahead.
Dispatch, can Wingham Police attend this scene, please?
Roger that, requesting Wingham, please.
Bravo, car 3. Come over here and meet me.
We've got a 3 for the main floor. We have 0 readings for the main floor. Go ahead.
Fire dispatch, North Huron command.
North Huron command, go ahead, please.
you can show we have our entry team exited the building. We have 0 readings on the air quality at this moment.
Roger that, command. I copy that the entry team has exited the building, 0 readings on air quality. And police should be there shortly.
Fire dispatch, North Huron Command.
North Huron Command, go ahead.
Dispatch, you can show a wing of police on scene. You can also show we have narrowed the search down to a Nerf football soaked in gasoline, which the neighbor kids have been playing with. We'll just leave it at that for now.
10-4.
Fire dispatch, North Huron Command. Fire dispatch, North Huron Command.
North Huron, go ahead.
We have ventilation of the home underway.
Roger that, I copy a ventilation of the residence underway.
Fire dispatch, call all North Huron Squad 5.
Go ahead.
You can show Squad 5, clearing the scene, returning to William Station.
Sorry, your radio transmission was very poor. Squad 5's returning to station.
Roger that, Squad 5 is clearing the scene, returning to William Station.
Roger, Squad 5 clearing scene, returning to Wingham Station, 1853.
Fire dispatch, North Huron Command.
North Huron Command, go ahead.
We have completed ventilation of the residence. We are now doing a smoke detector check. We'll be clearing here shortly.